and welcome to a new episode of IT Conversations. My name is Johan, and in this episode we're going to talk about a new service that we have launched, which will focus on replacing Ivanti Workspace Control at our customers. I'm not alone. I'm together with one of my colleagues from the ITQ CTO office.
Hey, good morning.
Michel, good morning. So Michel, let's dive into Ivanti Workspace Control first. What is it, and what's the compelling event we're looking at?
Right, so Ivanti Workspace Control is a workspace management solution that's used by basically all of our customers with a digital workspace solution. And what they do, what you use Ivanti Workspace Control for is creating user settings, deploying applications, basically like manage the whole digital workspace. So it's very tightly integrated with all the other components that you have in a digital workspace. So Ivanti announced an end of life for the whole product, which is a big thing for a lot of the companies, our customers, because Ivanti it's not really clear what the impact is if you take Ivanti out of the equation in your whole digital workspace. The reason for that is like not all customers deploy it in exactly the same way. So one customer only does a couple of simple user settings, and the other one basically configures the whole digital workspace and all kinds of different settings to make sure the workspace is secure, it is running efficiently, and so on. So yeah, the pending event is an end of life on the last day of 2026.
So you mentioned a couple of things which are really interesting. First of all, you mentioned the impact. We have no idea what the impact for our customer will be. We know that there's going to be an impact, but the severity of the impact, the size of the impact is unclear.
Yeah.
Also, you mentioned like it's tightly integrated into the entire digital workspace, which means like every single user that signs into that digital workspace will use it in one way or another. Yeah,
and also like if you don't have Ivanti Workspace Control anymore, if you turn that around, like it can potentially impact all of your users as well. Right, so let's say there's a security issue with Ivanti Workspace Control. There's no way of getting updates after that date that we just mentioned. So there's something you really need to do to prevent issues.
So we designed a service for that, specifically to help customers that are currently on Ivanti Workspace Control to help them to do something else.
Yeah.
What can you tell about the service?
Yeah, so we created an assessment, specifically like the Ivanti Workspace Migration Assessment. It's very long, sorry. And what we're going to do there is a couple of things. So we want to get a complete view, an in-depth view of the whole environment of the customer. We do that by two ways. First, we do interviews with key users, the IT department, to make sure that we understand what you use Ivanti Workspace for. So what kind of functionalities do you need? What do you want to? What do you need to? What do you have configured, and what do you want to configure in the future as well, right? And just make sure that we get a complete overview by interviews, but also by using a tool called Stratosphere UX, where we use a tool to get a complete in-depth overview of the whole environment and make sure that we don't miss anything. Because as Ivanti is a very, it offers very broad functionality. It's also very easy to miss some things with migrating to a new solution.
I think you touched upon a key thing here. This is not new to us, like creating assessments and using a tool called Stratosphere to Stratosphere UX from our partner Liquidware to basically create a data lake of the entire environment.
Yep.
What we quite often see is that customers have the idea that they have a complete overview of the environment, but then suddenly using such an assessment solution, we find out that they have shadow IT, or they miss configurations, or something is configured in a way that they have an expected result, but the configuration itself is not it's not logic. So
correct,
yeah, using the assessment, we create that overview and we ensure that the customers get the right assessment result.
Correct. Yeah. So we want to get a comprehensive overview of the whole landscape. But you also want to make sure, like, what are the functionalities that you require in the future, right? So, I mean, there's only one way forward from removing Ivanti Workspace Control from your environment, and it is to choose a different solution. So what we're going to do in the assessment is also get information on what you need in the future, get information about your current landscape, and then also give a road forward into what kind of solution you need as well. So there's a couple of solutions in the market, and we're going to help you with making the right choice for you.
And I think that's also a key aspect of what you mentioned. Like, so we in the first phase of the assessment, we create the assessment report, but it doesn't stop there. We can actually help customers to define the road forward, like you mentioned, and help them select the solution. You didn't intentionally name a specific solution, and that's also part of what we can help with, right? So definitely, we're flexible.
So there's not like one way forward for everyone. So it can definitely be that assessment for one customer gives a different outcome than for the other customer. So that's why I'm specifically not mentioning any specific solution names or anything.
Right.
It can be different. There's a couple of solutions in the market, and we're going to help you with making the correct choice, basically. Yeah.
Okay, and again, it doesn't stop there either. If
it doesn't stop there either. No, of course not. As you probably know, ITQ can offer the implementation services for different solutions as well. So yes, we can offer you a great choice to make the choice for the right solution, but we can also help with implementation and migration from Ivanti Workspace Control to that new solution. Yeah, definitely.
Awesome. So if customers want to know more about the assessment, what should they do? Well,
just reach out to either me or Johan. Have a look at our website on ITQ.nl or ITQ.eu. There you can find more information about the assessment. I think that's about it. Yeah.
Awesome. Michel, thank you for sharing this information.
Yep.
Like Michel mentioned, if you want to know more, you can find it on the website or contact us directly. You can also find the link below in the show notes where you can find the link specifically to the two-pager. For now, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.